Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. This week's shrine is actually quite a fun one and it's got some good perks in it. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. We have perks from Wraith, the Twins, Michonne and V. Those perks are Bloodhound, Coup de Grace, Last Stand and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get into the killer perks first. Our first killer perk is Coup de Grace. Whenever a generator is completed, you earn 2 tokens up to 5. Whenever you lunge attack, spend 1 token and it makes it 80% longer. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Coup an 8 out of 10. I think this perk is massively slept on. It used to be very popular back in the day, and I think it's just kind of fallen out of favour because it's just not new and sexy. But this perk gets survivors so many times, they have no idea that honestly, they will think you're hacking with how long that lunge is. Unfortunately though, the Twins is one of the oldest characters in the game, so it's not really worth purchasing their perks in the shrine. What I would do instead is I would save up your iridescent shards and I would buy them in full so that you get all 3 of their perks and a whole new gameplay style. Our second killer perk is Bloodhound. Pools of blood are brighter and last 4 seconds longer. This is what it looks like in game. Not so shockingly, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. I think for the most part, this perk is absolutely rubbish. However, I did play a game with both of the killer perks from the shrine, and Bloodhound did actually technically help me find 2 survivors. The blood pools were extremely red, so there is something to be said with that, but that might be also because I was on an extremely dark map, so it could have weighed in. Unfortunately as well, the Wraith is part of the base game. If there's a base game character, absolutely please do not go anywhere near their perks in the shrine, as you can just get them for absolute free by just leveling them up in the blood web. Let's move on to the survivor perks. Our first survivor perk is Last Stand. After hiding for 90 seconds within the killer's terror radius, when you fast vault once per trial, stun the killer for 3 seconds if they are within 2.5 meters of that vault. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Last Stand a 7 out of 10. I know this seems a bit harsh, but Last Stand is kind of one of those perks where you really want to be in a survive with friends or you want to have good communication. It's surprisingly hard to come out of absolutely nowhere and fast vault and get some kind of save or some kind of stun on the killer. It took me till the end of the game to be able to do it. It's pretty hard to force. You do, however, get some new animations when you do fully stack the perk though, and that is just a bit of fun, so I really like that. On top of all of this, Michonne is licensed, so she is 100% worth picking up in the shrine in terms of all of her perks, this being one of them. Our fourth and final perk is 1, 2, 3, 4. While idle, use F to perform, empowering all survivors within 16 meters for up to 15 seconds. While you're performing, other survivors see your aura. You are given special skill checks during that time. While healing or repairing, basic skill checks are 20% more likely to appear. If you complete the performance, this effect ends after 90 seconds at a cooldown of 90 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give this perk a 6 out of 10. I think it is a fun perk, it gives you a fun little animation, and a lot of killers will just interact with you in a fun way if you do it in front of their face. Having 20% more likely appearing skill checks is pretty useful if your teammates are using builds where you want to hit great skill checks. If someone's using hyper focus, it can be great. But I'm not going to lie, this is kind of a bit of a meme of a perk. So, when it comes to purchasing this perk, V is one of the newer survivors and is very costly at the moment in terms of their iridescent shards. She costs 9,000. So, personally, if you can't wait for her to get cheaper, I would say this is worth picking up in the shrine this week, as we don't really have anything else that's really worth picking up. So, to recap this week, the perks that we want to stay away from are both of the killer perks, and I would say it's worth picking up both of the survivor perks. I honestly think that because V is so new, that you are getting good value out of getting her perk from the shrine if you're picking up this week. Thank you for watching this week's video, and I will be hopefully back on the weekend with more regular videos and next week's shrine video. See you then. Bye.